What was this chapter? I'm seriously asking. There were volcanoes and asteroids, meteors, hydrogen bombs, and alien dragons. What was this chapter? Holy mother of... Okay. Okay, this is my review of the Dr. Stone Reboot Byakuya, which... First panel of this chapter is 200 years after Byakuya's death, but, you know, whatever. An era without gray. Alright, so yeah, let's get into this. So, first panel is Rei looking down Earth and realizing, wow, it's gotten really green since they got rid of all the humans, which, yes it has. I'm also wondering if this is the purpose of the petrification device, to give the Earth a chance to regrow and breathe, so that's when everyone does become unpetrified, either by the hands of the petrifier or by someone else, by people who've just managed to break out on their own, they'll wake up to a cleaner, better Earth. I mean, also this might be the case that this was done to save humanity. I mean, we saw several cataclysmic events this chapter, which could have, wiped out humanity or at least reduced their numbers considerably. Maybe this is done to preserve them so they would survive those encounters. Just thoughts. Anyway, first of those encounters is Mount Fuji erupting. Only 200 years after the petrification device. So yeah, if Byakuya and his guys managed to get back to Tokyo, I'm fairly certain this would have killed their descendants. I mean, I don't think they could have passed down enough information to their children in this short amount of time so they could have, learned to predict a volcano and escape from it. So that probably would have killed them. Oh, also, all of Tokyo was covered in 2 meters of ash, so yeah, they probably wouldn't have survived that. So good on them for missing the mark completely and ending up on a small desert island. That probably saved all of humanity right there. Yay! Anyway, another 130 years after that, the Earth is struck by a freaking asteroid that looks remarkably similar to petrification beam in size and force. It was 700 meters in diameter and had the impact of 500,000 megaton atomic bombs. So yeah, that's pretty freaking terrifying. I mean, just 300 years in the future, I doubt humanity could have evaded or prevented that, so that would have essentially wiped out the majority of humans right then and there. Also, there's no more Rome. That was just completely obliterated off the face of the Earth. A little sad, but oh well. And just the spray off from this impact managed to wipe out most of Europe as well, making it inhospitable. So that definitely decreases the odds that anyone else managed to live this long. Anyway, this leads to a new ice age, so not great. And once more, Rei is just still concerned for his friend, for Byakuya, hoping he's warm and safe down there. Oh, also now Rei's out of ice, because he forgot to realize that the sun would melt the little Mayho comet, so not great. So he needed to go out and get another one, a bigger one, which he, put in the shadow of the Earth so it wouldn't melt so quickly. And, fun fact about this one, there is a dragon inside it! That is most definitely a space dragon right there. I'm not sure if this is a reference to one of Boichi's other works or not, but I very much would like to read a series where he draws giant mythical monsters, really. Because this thing looks absolutely freaking amazing. And Rei, you gotta love Rei here. He's more amazed that there is organic resources inside of this than the fact that it is a freaking space dragon. I mean, last chapter I freaked out when I saw organic matter in the meteor, or the comet. I'm like, oh my god, does this mean there's aliens? Yes! Yes, it does! Anyway, then 1,200 years later, Mount Fuji erupts again, and I'm starting to think maybe we people shouldn't live in Japan. I feel like if Mount Fuji is going to erupt every 800 years or so, it might just be a little bit too dangerous to set up shop there. Just saying. Anyway, then after 1,600 years, Rei has repaired the solar panels 50 times, so he makes a commemorative Shonen Jump issue showing off all the different repairs. And I gotta say, that's absolutely freaking adorable. I loved it. I mean, the next panel is literally him, flashing through each page like, oh yeah, number 47, that was a good one. That was just so freaking adorable. Seriously, if this thing ever gets animated, I want a full 2 minutes of him just flipping through the pages. That would be absolutely freaking adorable. Anyway, 3,200 AP, after petrification, Ray discovers an asteroid 40 kilometers in diameter, weighing 300 trillion tons, set to strike Japan in 400 years. Very, very bad. It's essentially equal to 10 billion megaton nuclear bombs and will turn Earth from green to gray and destroy all life on it. And it'll completely evaporate all the water, so not great. I mean, could humanity survive this? Arguably, maybe. I mean, obviously not anyone in Japan. They'd be instantly incinerated, turned to gravel, essentially. But people on the other side of the planet, they could probably make it through this. And then, in a million years, when life's evolved back into sustainable, functioning life, and they unpetrify for whatever reason, they could probably make a go at living on this new planet. I could see that working. But that's not Ray's plan. And I just want to point out that at this point, he is Ray 192. Yeah, he's gone through a lot of upgrades over the years. So in order to save Byakuya and his family, he decides to do something about this asteroid. And I do love that he just refers to himself as an Ishigami right here. I thought that was so cute. And he does a blueprint just like Senku does. I thought that was just absolutely adorable. Anyway, in order to stop the asteroid, he builds a solar power farm and a space factory, which apparently can be seen from Earth. And this was like 100 years or so before Senku woke up, so I just have a lot of questions about what the people down there saw and believed and what stories they've told about this. I just want, like, next chapter, the chapter after that, to be some elderly guy saying, "Oh, yes, the time we saw the gods working in the heavens." And Senku's like, "Wait, what?" I mean, I feel like they had to mention that for a reason, the fact that it should be visible from Earth. Anyway, then Ray creates a hydrogen bomb missile, which is concerning until I turned the page and saw he created 4,000 of them. He made 4,000 hydrogen bombs. Sweet mother of... Wow. And this wasn't even to destroy the asteroid. It was literally just to push it off course. I'm starting to think life isn't actually supposed to exist anymore. Like, if an asteroid this strong can just come and obliterate you, and there's literally nothing you can do to destroy it, even with 400 years warning, I'm starting to think life shouldn't find a way. And God, this scene is so beautiful right here, just flashing down at Senku just a few years before he wakes up. The sky lights up as the hydrogen bombs all strike the asteroid and push it off course. And once again, I just have so many questions about what the people saw when this happened. I mean, what do they believe about this? I mean, what myths came about from it? Unfortunately, though, all that work took a terrible toll on Ray. The space station is down just to one little bit with one solar panel left. He's no longer able to service himself, and he's in terrible disarray. I mean, he's confident, he's going to be able to repair the space station to put it back together again, but I'm kind of doubting it right now. I feel like he used up most of the satellite debris at this point to build 4,000 hydrogen bombs, and there's not a whole lot left he can do. Of course, good old adorable Ray didn't disassemble the entire space station. There was one part left. The beacon, letting Byakuya know back down on Earth 3,000 years later that he's still up there, still waiting for his return, which is utterly heartbreaking. And once more, I do have to say, I feel like the light's going to break in the next chapter, which is also the final chapter. And that's why Senku never saw it, because he spent a lot of time looking up at the night sky after he woke back up. Hell, he got a freaking telescope for his birthday. I feel like he would have seen a blinding, flashing light appear in the sky every night. But yeah, so next chapter's the last one. I'm really hoping it ends with Ray turning out to be the Y-Man and like a promise from Senku that sometime deep in the future, he'll go to space, he'll find Ray, and he'll save him. I mean, I would absolutely love that, but I feel like it's more likely than not Ray is just going to break next chapter. He's going to die, and I feel so guilty for not having a place left for his friends to come visit him. Not having the space shuttle, not keeping the space shuttle in good order like he promised them. But yeah, let me think of all that down below. What do you think of the freaking space dragon? I mean, like I said, I want a whole just separate series of Boichi drawing monsters like that, because I think they would look absolutely freaking amazing based off this one right here. But yeah, just let me think of all that down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, see you in the next video. which will be the last chapter of Dr. Stone Reboots. I personally don't think this was canceled or anything. I think this was just how long he wanted to go. I think this was the story he wanted to tell from the reboot from the beginning. I mean, even truly awful manga usually get more than 8 chapters before they're canceled. And this feels like he's been telling a complete story from the beginning, even if it seems a little sporadic and crazy at times, so I think this is what he always had planned. But until next time,
Peace.